Hello Internet, welcome to another episode of the Jongravesshow. Let me talk to everybody about Dragon Ball Super this week. In this case, 105. Well, before I get into that, let me go ahead and go over basically all of the chapters that basically I haven't touched on in a while. But when I really do look at everything that has been happening so far, is that I'm at like past 100. The stories around the Tournament of Power have been getting better, like in very small ways, such as of them focusing on a certain member of Universe 7 and then them highlighting one of their skills or abilities. It's something that I'm actually really happy about, because then it kind of gets us past this whole thing of, well, yeah, Goku and Vegeta and Frieza are by far the strongest people on the team, well, them and also Gohan. Like, why are the other members there? But, you know, it's like, you can't run a whole team with just those strong motherfuckers, so I get it, you know. But this episode, specifically 105, it was a Master Roshi episode, which focused heavily on what he was doing with Goku and Krillin in the background for mostly emotional support, and kind of to really check on Master Roshi, because technically we know all of his moves, or at least all of the moves that he is using in this episode, and that all of the moves in which that he uses in this episode have a strong possibility of actually killing him. So again, the tension is kind of high, especially when I saw the preview back in 104 of this episode, when basically he pulled out the mouth of the bottle, and I was like, well, if he hits that, because technically he's over 300 years old, he's going to die. So that's something that really bothered me. And if he doesn't die, you know, like that bottle itself, like it could lead to his disqualification. So that is also something that I worry about. But jumping into this episode though, Master Roshi does actually start out really well by first off fighting one of the girls. I believe her name is Kawe, you know, and essentially she reminded me a lot of the fighters from the Dark Tournament of Yu Yu Hakusho, where that her whole thing was energy weapons and energy spears and stuff like that. And of course, since Master Roshi's being, you know, a master, he kind of reveals that basically he has been watching every fighter like ever since the tournament has started. He's been looking out for their abilities, looking at their skills and everything else, which technically, if you think about it, that actually is kind of a smart move that Jiren and Toppo have, to where that they kind of have just been doing the most minute thing, like as the series has been going, or at least this arc has been going on. So really, you don't know what their strongest attacks are, their strongest abilities, which, give or take, like with that little comment that Master Roshi put out, that it was, I know what you're going to do, and I know your fighting style, so therefore you can't beat me because I have more experience. And of course, old girl, she tries to use her seductive ability to kind of take him down, in which that Master Roshi promptly beats that by basically roiding up and saying, "Look, girl, I have all this pent up frustration, and you about to pull it out. Can I use it on you?" And she just runs the fuck out of the ring, saying basically like that wonderful line of, if you do that, she's not going to become a satisfactory wife. So that's kind of its own little silliness. However, Master Roshi kind of runs into bigger problems when basically he runs into a girl called Darkori, I believe, and she's more of a demon, which does kind of lead into the whole Mafaba thing, where basically she uses talismans and she can turn her body like into tentacles and everything, and she uses darkness like to her advantage, and all that is wonderful for her to try and take out Master Roshi. But there's a problem with that, and it's the fact that technically we don't know how many techniques that Master Roshi actually knows, Because again, we go from the Mafaba down, say down to the electricity, like, to basically even just using like normal, like, basic martial art techniques to bypass everybody's abilities and everything. And I will be fair, I do like his battle with Darkori, because it actually kind of takes on this whole different element of basically, this isn't just like your head-on fight of two people like just smashing power together. This is something that's actually interesting, because it's like, well, now the landscape itself is changing, it's bending, and Master Roshi's kind of got he has to run around, and it kind of makes you feel like that old Dragon Ball Z moment, or the Dragon Ball moment when they had to fight the mighty Ozaru in this case, where basically you had this giant enemy who can just swat you out of the air, and how can you beat that? You know, but basically he Mafabas hers and throws her out of the ring, which actually does raise up a very good question of, is this legal or is it not legal? Which kind of prompts Quintella and Beerus to kind of get into a little argument. But the funny thing about that is that this actually kind of shows that this tournament really has no structure, really, because Zeno says that it's fine because it looks cool. And earlier on, they do kind of solidify that Zeno is just a kid, and basically a lot of what he's doing, like, it has no structure. He just wants to see cool things, and basically you see that because they can't count. Like, they can't count to 8. Like, that's the craziest thing ever, because like, they're bad with numbers, but yet they can destroy a whole universe like in the blink of a second and play destruction planet planet pool with their pinky fingers. So that's some scary stuff, you know. And there is one other thing that I do like about this, though, is that it was actually nice to sort of see Krillin and Goku actually worried about Master Roshi, because again, as we know, the Mafaba, it does kill people. I mean, like, it killed his master when he used it to seal King Piccolo, and it sealed him when basically he failed to seal King Piccolo again. So that's some scary stuff there. But going on from that, though, you know, we do see him fight against Ganos, in which this one is the quintessential thing of, yeah, the old versus new, all that wonderful stuff, and you can't beat Master Roshi like at his own game. So I know that this is gonna be a longer video, but there's a lot of stuff that is going on in this that actually does kind of make me think out loud, and it's more or less a thing of Master Roshi just proved that no matter how strong you are, no matter how many transformations you have, the feeling of this was in the original Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball, stuff like that, where it's more akin to his martial arts skills and of him actually knowing his opponent and knowing what they're going to do. Because again, Ganos gains power every minute, but yet in the process of that, Master Roshi can still dodge every single one of his attacks and hit him with like some weird ability where like he can put him to sleep with hypnosis. I mean, it doesn't work, but still, that's amazing like in itself to where that would even work, you know. But again, we do kind of have this very concerning moment where Master Roshi does power up for like his final moment, and he tells the students to basically live their lives to the fullest, and he taught them once to break their limits, and he's about to do that exact same thing, giving off a perfect Kamehameha and essentially dying, you know. Now, I didn't mention Goku fighting Like Man, the Liquid Metal Man, but apparently the reaction of Master Roshi, like, of course, knocking out 3 members of Universe 4, yeah, like, that's cool, but in the process of that, he still kind of almost died, which did kind of, actually, I will admit, it did actually kind of make me a bit sad, because I was like, wait, you're gonna kill him off here, like, in the tournament? Come on, don't be doing that. But But yeah, Goku does save him. Krillin almost jumps into the ring to kind of call him up, man, to check on him. So all that is amazing, you know. But this does end with them walking off and going off to fight other people. So that is good. But until then, though, I do kind of want to like how are they gonna fight that sniper dude like in the preview? So that is something. But until then, that is what I gotta say about that. Tell me what you think about this down there in the comment section. I really like this episode. Every single one past 100 has really been trying 100% to kind of make all of the stories really good. And I know a lot of people have been kind of giving the mixed signals with the whole Magical Girl episode. But then again, Android 17, he saved that for me, so I can look past that. But you know, that's kind of where that ends. I'll see you on the next Jongravesshow Show. Keep watching anime, keep playing video games. Sorry for making this video so fucking long. It's been a while. I'm out.